Did You Have To is a proud member of the But Why Though podcast community.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Did You Have To, the podcast where we watch all of the live adaptations of your favorite anime. As always, I'm Kate.
And I'm Nisha.
And we're covering Black Butler today.
Yes, we found out about this movie existing because, forgive us if we forget you, but it came out of, I think, that questions thread. Somebody recommended it.
Yes, I think they said, because one of the questions on there was if you had unlimited money, what anime would you bring to life for live action? And they said a good version of Black Butler.
And they're correct. But we will get into that as far as like what constitutes as good for this movie. But before that, let's dive into crunch time.
So I love messy romances. So I've been watching Domestic Girlfriend on Crunchy.
Okay.
It's not really good. I don't really recommend it. Oh, actually, no. I do recommend it if you like mess. If you like mess, go watch it.
It looks messy.
So essentially, it is it's focused on this guy who has this really big crush on his teacher. And then he ends up meeting this girl at, I think it was like a school party or something like that. And the girl really wants to lose her virginity. And so they have sex and they both lose their virginity. And the girl, so I actually do like the girl though. She's like super detached and just like, everybody was doing it. I just wanted to see what it was like. And then like totally just like gives him the cold shoulder the rest of the time. Mm-hmm. So the girl's actually not that bad. But then he finds out that his dad has actually been dating their mother because the teacher and the girl are sisters.
Oh.
And then in typical anime fashion, they all move into the same house.
Oh, God. Mess.
A lot of mess. So it's actually fairly fun. It is filled with a whole bunch of anime tropes and just, yeah. But it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just still trying to process the whole they're being sisters. But you know what? That is anime. Anime is gonna anime. Which this is when we need to edit that part with Musa.
Oh, yes.
And just have his voice, if he's okay with it, being a button. Like, anime's gonna anime.
Yep, we definitely need to.
Oh, we gotta get his permission for that. Anyways, so that's interesting. I will give that a watch when I need more drama in my life.
It's not, and it's not even like good drama. It's it's like soap opera-y mess. Yeah. I've only watched the first 4 episodes, but like
all the ads on Facebook keep targeting me for that. And,
really?
Yeah, with it's because of VR or VRV. They host it on there, but then it's also on Crunchyroll. But they keep on putting, I guess, because that's the latest anime they have on their streaming service. And I'm just like, this is like a whole bunch of mess and emotions. And
yep.
I'm going to save it for a day when I need mess and emotions. But that day is not today. So for me, besides continuing my watch of Hunter x Hunter, because it's good shonen. I love how good pure shonen it is. But it is like, I just want to add this in here, because this isn't the anime I'm going to feature, but like, I can't decide who's the worst anime parent anymore. Is it Sho Tucker? Is it Isabella from The Promised Neverland? Is it Goku? Or is it Gon's dad?
Okay, so I will say this. Why the hell are you putting Goku with Sho Tucker?
I'm kidding.
That man is a bad dad. But Sho Tucker, oh.
I know. I'm sorry. That was mean. So it's truly just between Mama from The Promised Neverland, aka Isabella, Sho Tucker, and Gon's dad. Goku has no business here. He's a good father. He's just preoccupied.
I will say this though. Mama feeds her children to demons.
Knowingly.
But I still feel like Sho Tucker is worse.
He's worse. I mean, Mama, this is where this whole dynamic comes from. This is going to be another episode where we have to, like, debate who's the worst anime parent, because...
Oh, that's another mini-sode. That would be perfect.
We're going to write that down. But I was just like, because I saw a meme and I sent it to you, and I was just like, I truly can't decide who's the worst. Like, while Geen, who is Gon's dad, is supportive, he is also terrible. And he is actively running away from his son all the time. And he's like, you sent your kid on a wild goose chase to go into Greed Island, a video game where you know people die, where grown-ups die. But you sent him there as a way to test him. I was just like, what?
The shonen... Was it, is he the guy, the fourth guy in the fucking kid squad thing that you sent me?
That's him.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, what I feel like is, shonen dads, instead of saying, fuck them kids, they say, I'm gonna test my children.
That's what it is.
That is the equivalent.
That is it, because all I have to say is the fact that Killua, Gon's friend, that his father is a murderous assassin who only kills for money, for the highest bidder, is a better father than Gon's father, says a lot. Like,
ooh, that does say a lot.
The assassin dad is the best dad in the anime. So far, as far as I know. But
you know what? Because he values life. I have not seen the anime, but
yeah. I mean, I just finally decided to dive in just because I always see people talking about it on Twitter, but I would highly recommend it for people who just like want a good shonen anime. Like, it's got all the tropes there.
Awesome. I have it in my watch queue. I just haven't picked it up, but I know you did. I know you're watching it now, and I know Adrian watched it, so I should probably get on that.
It's all good. You got Promised Neverland to finish, friend.
Yes, I know. I haven't been wanting to read subtitles. I've been so tired.
Well, here's some breaking anime news, or how breaking, depending on how much y'all follow. The dub is coming out.
Ah, yes!
They put out the trailer for the dub yesterday, so
I was lazy enough to get a dub.
You didn't have to wait a year because the anime is so popular.
Oh, that's really cool. I am actually just fascinated by the speed that they're putting out dubs now.
I am too. I think it's just that the fact that maybe the U.S. part of the, I guess, distribution team is finally realizing, oh, they'll watch it in subtitles? Okay, cool. Let's make more money again and put it out in an English dub.
Yeah, that's smart. That's really, really smart. Which, like, surprisingly, well, I guess, okay, never mind, that makes sense. I would say surprisingly, like, Crunchy doesn't have a lot of dubs on it, but I think it's because Funimation has its own streaming service now that's competing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I found when I tried to find the English dub of, what was it? Hunter x Hunter.
Ah, gotcha.
So, it is forcing me to read. But it's good enough that I will keep reading. But real quick, as the anime I did watch on Crunchyroll this week, I did watch Black Butler in honor of us doing this movie, just to get a taste of like what the anime was like to compare. And I'm just gonna real quick read the anime summary, and then we'll dive into the movie. Seal Phantom Hive is the most powerful boy in all of England, but he bears the scars of unspeakable suffering, forced to watch as his beloved parents were brutally murdered. Seal was subsequently abducted and violently tortured. Desperate to end his suffering, the boy traded his own soul for a chance at vengeance, casting his lot with one person whom he could depend on, Sebastian, a demon butler, summoned from the very pits of hell. Together they'll prowl the darkest alleys of London on a mission to snuff out those who would do evil. So, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
The anime is good, but I feel like it fits a certain type of anime fan, where people who love the whole, like, a cute, adorable boy who's actually very evil and selfish and spoiled. He's like Richie Rich, but evil and demonic. Also, people love a good, tall demon butler man, anime man.
I know that when I watched the show, like, I think it was like maybe 6 years ago, 6 years ago now. That was when I watched it.
Yep. And that's what I found from, like, my research. Everybody cares about Sebastian.
Yep.
That's truly it.
Yep. That man will kill you with a spoon, and he is hot.
When I was watching this, I was like, this is Kate. This is on brand for Kate.
Yep. Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Yep. Well, and that is the anime. So then let's get into the live action.
Oh, boy.
Yes. I know.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give y'all a few quick facts about it. The running time is 120 minutes. So
It's so long.
it's so long.
It's
Um,
Gintama long.
it is very Gintama long. It might have been shorter than no. Gintama was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Oh God.
Well, this one felt like 3 hours.
It did. It did. It was distributed by Warner Brothers. It was produced in Japan. Oh, and I'm just gonna read the. I mean, the plot is so long. Do we really want to do that? Do we want to read?
No, we don't gotta do that.
Okay. So what did you think about the movie, Kate?
Well, my biggest thing, and because I watched the original so long ago, I was like, wait, I am pretty sure that Tail was a boy.
Yep.
This is clearly a girl.
Yep.
What is happening here? And I was just kind of like, what the hell? And so I missed like maybe the first 5 minutes of the movie because I was just Googling furiously.
Same. I
didn't exist.
there is no explanation as to why the filmmakers decided to change Seal completely, like name and everything, to that of a girl. And it's not that I'm against gender bending a character. It's just I wanted some explanation. I thought in the anime this was a secret reveal that I had stumbled upon and
I
spoiled.
was like, well, I know that there are more series because it's Black Butler, and I've only seen the first season, and then there were like Black Butler 2, all those things. Like maybe it happens then. Maybe they're just crossing the streams here. No, he's a boy.
Yep.
And I do want to say too though, like I don't have a problem with gender bending a character, but when that character's gender is integral into who they are, I don't think you should.
I agree because I mean a big part of it, like they made the point of like, oh, the reason why she's hiding her identity is because she decided to come back as a boy was because she needed to claim the family's name and be an heir. But I'm just like, did y'all just put that plot there for no reason? Because that's like, how they explained it.
Yeah, I'm like, at this point, you should have just made him a boy because you're having her be a girl who's hiding as a boy the entire movie anyway. Like, and so I think the one thing, so I think why they might have done it, and it might have just been like a, I don't want to say censorship, but
okay, you go ahead and say it, because I was having the similar thoughts.
Yeah, because in both the film and in the anime, like, it's really clear that Ciel, what's the name here? Kiyohara, is like sexually assaulted and is being trafficked and stuff like that. And I think they probably just didn't think that would go over well live action if that was a boy. They also age up the character too, because in the anime the character is 14, and I think they say that they're 17 or 18 in the movie.
Yeah, I think 19 actually.
19. Okay, yeah. I knew it was like adulthood essentially. So that's the only reason I can think, is that it was one of those, oh well, this storyline won't go over if it's a little boy, or maybe a little, well, and then I don't even want to say, like, it's also hard too, right? Because like you can't even say like potential homophobia or anything, because like there's an entire genre of boys love and in Japan, and then on top of that too, like you're just adapting a material that is animated. But I mean, if we have any Japanese or Japanese American listeners, and you know the answer to this, or you feel like you know the answer to this, please tell us and tweet at us. I'm just assuming they did that out of like that reason, or they just did it because they wanted it to be more interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, because I think I assumed, like, okay, I can't find any reason, I can't find an explanation on why y'all did this, like, why y'all decided to make him a girl, and it's just that I wish I had gotten that explanation, because I just feel like that would
Yeah.
have given us more insight as to like, why did you feel like the story would have been more well received with the character as a female? Was there something behind that? But then we also know in the anime they dress up Seal as a girl a lot, like to go
Yes.
undercover and stuff. So I'm like, is it because y'all wanted to avoid that whole thing, like avoid like did they feel like that needed to be censored? Because I mean, again, like you said, I mean, if they do it in the anime, I don't see a reason why it would be a problem. I know there's
Yeah.
in my research, I know there's people that ship Seal the boy together with Sebastian, which y'all need to stop. So
Yes, please stop.
I don't know if that was something they were trying to be preemptive
Yeah.
about,
Um,
because there's no romance at all
no,
between them.
no, not at all.
And the
Yeah.
movie too, and like that was my thing. I'm like, are y'all trying to make this a romance now between them, or like?
The only other thing I could think maybe is because they aged. I think because of the adult. I think because of the adult plot line.
Yeah.
That's why maybe the age up. I think that might explain the age up, but maybe the reason they ended up casting a woman is maybe just more practical than like what we're thinking. Maybe it's just because like the guys like casting a man, because at that age they're a man, like the person playing like the girl Seal is a woman. Like maybe it's just he wouldn't look as childlike, right? Or he wouldn't look as androgynous as, say, a woman playing the role. So that it may be something as simple as that. But at the same time, they could have also easily not had that B plot where she's coming back and hiding as a boy. They could have just had her playing a boy the entire time.
Oh yeah, just like in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Like that would have been perfect. Like making just don't address that she's a girl at all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like the part that got me, like you said, in the first 5 minutes is when she's like putting the bindings
Yes,
on.
I was like, whoa.
And yeah, I was just like, did I stumble upon like an anime spoiler? Is this like I mean, like it's an interesting plot that a woman, like the whole thing that she has to come back in order to like reclaim her family's her birth, in order to reclaim her birthright, she knows she has to hide her gender. Like that's an interesting thing, but I'm like at the same time I'm like, I wish that was in the anime.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. I'm like, it's interesting, but then at the same time I'm like, but you have an existing source material, and
yeah,
it's weird. I do want to say, so like from the acting, Sebastian is played by Mizushima Hiro and Kiyoharu. So Ciel ends up being Kiyoharu Genpo, and Kiyoharu Genpo is played by Yami Goriki, and then sorry, I'm looking at this cast list and just the names. Shiori's aunt is played by Yuka, and then Rin/Lin, the housemaid, is played by Mizuki Yamamoto, and then Akashi, the house steward, is played by Tomomi Maruyama. And I'm just gonna stop there because I mean it's weird because it seems like there are a lot of people that come on screen, but like not a lot of people matter.
They don't. That is so true, because there's characters who come in. I feel like, I guess, a C plot, which later on becomes the main plot towards the end. But you don't need to know their names.
Yeah, and it's weird because I'm just like I don't know. This movie went everywhere.
It did, and I'm conflicted because it's not that I think it's terrible. I think it's because I don't know what the hell was going on.
I think it was terrible. I think that this is actually
maybe.
So I think it's different than like, okay, so Gintama, I thought was like it was obviously high quality, and for a Gintama fan it would have been good, but I did not know what the hell was going on.
Thank you. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe
yeah,
that's
and like this, I was just kind of like, what the hell? What is this? The costuming is terrible. Like,
Yeah. Well, wait, let's
oh
talk about
yeah,
the
yeah,
setting
yeah.
and the costuming at once. How do, like, they say they didn't only just, like, age up the main character, Seal, or, God,
I know the last name's
what is her
Gimpo.
name in the movie?
I'm just saying
Ginpo.
Gimpo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
Gimpo's a
thing.
good last name.
Yep, that's fine.
Kiyohara.
Do they age up Kiyohara? The movie takes place in, like, 2020. Like, so, but, like, not our 2020. It's a
Yeah.
futuristic 2020. Where, like,
And like not even like a super futurist.
not really. It's just holograms and, like, but then also I don't think Gimpo has a phone at all to contact
No.
Sebastian, and that was, like, one of the things I was thinking. I'm like, why don't y'all have a phone? But it's weird because the movie takes place in, like, the 1800s in England. And they made sure to do, like, this summary of, like, the Queen controls the West and the East has their own. So it's like, there's a whole. I think that was kind of like a little nod at, like, colonialism and set in 2020, and how the Eastern country, and they don't give the country a name. They just say the Queen and like the Eastern country and the Western country.
Yep.
But, like, yeah, this takes place in 2020, and they're modern-ish clothes, but for whatever reason, Sebastian and Kiyohara are wearing 18th century clothing.
Well, and so is Rin. And like, and then even like, and it's not even, so this movie was made in like 2014, but they straight up look like they're wearing like early 2000s satin material the entire time. And I'm just like, why? Why are you doing this? Especially because the original anime is set in Victorian times, like the fashion that could have happened in this movie and the beautiful costuming that could have happened, it just didn't. And it's sad.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, because we've seen, like, period pieces, like, and I mean, like, I'm just thinking of, like, Wuthering Heights, what else? Like,
yeah, Jane Eyre. Well, no, this might not be
Pride and Prejudice, like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, I feel like we've seen, like, people take, like, do costuming for that. So I was wondering, like, what was the point? I mean, like, that could probably lead into, like, the whole plot and everything later of, like, why they set it so far in advance. But I also feel like y'all could have just, like, not. and had it set in the 1800s, because I feel like that would have been more interesting to see it. And just, like, Sebastian and they feel out of place almost.
Yeah. And then I also want to say this too. Sebastian, his main thing is being a good butler, but the man can't have damn pants that are actually fitted to him. Like, those were too long. Like, his suit is just weird. It does not look good.
It does not look like it's comfortable or functions.
No. And I'm just kind of like, how do you make that happen with a suit?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you gave him, like, these two different suits. Like, one suit has, like, the suit that he wears in the anime. And then the other suit has, like, these, like, strappy things across the front. And that's, like, his fight suit. And I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah.
No. Like, if everything else, if all the other costuming was minimal, they should have put a lot more time into making his suit perfect.
I think that would have been, I think that's acceptable. Like, that's definitely, yeah, I think that's something that's not out of the question. Just because, like, we've seen anime adaptations outfits be done well. Like, be done really well. And, like, still be functional for the actor or the stunt double or whoever's doing all the stunts to function in them. And this one just looks weird.
It looks like a costume suit. Like, it doesn't look like it's made out of
like
good
they went to
material.
Party
It doesn't
City.
look like, yes, because it doesn't look like it's made out of good material. It doesn't look like it actually fits the guy that's wearing it, which is like an ill-fitted suit. Is just terrible. Come on now. Yeah, it bothered me. I'm like, this is what you could have just put all your time into.
Agreed. So yeah, that's kind of like, that's the setting.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh yeah.
And get everybody in that damn movie in iron, please. Nothing is ironed. All of it is wrinkly. And, like, I get that you're trying to make Kiyohara look like a guy,
Mm-hmm.
but looking like a guy does not mean that she has to be wearing baggy ass jackets and stuff.
Yeah. Because even it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because even when, like, you see her in public with other people, I still think about, like, even before, like, when I forgot, like, oh, she's a girl, I'm like, oh, yeah, she still looks like a girl. Like,
yep.
And
then they put, like, that, like, big, the outfit she has at the end has, like, this big black necklace on it,
mm-hmm.
like, on the front. And it looks really cool, but it's also like, yo, are you really trying to hide that you're a girl? Right. Or did you just cut your hair? What are you doing?
Because these accessories aren't helping, and the boots you're wearing aren't helping. She wore like heels. Not saying men can't wear heels.
Laced up boot heels. Yeah,
and it doesn't help because the setting of the year is 2020. So
yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like I'm not saying that like fashion is gendered, but I'm saying that like if you are a girl
mm-hmm.
who, in order to maintain your wealth and identity, you have to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would choose to wear those, like, and put people on the scent that, oh, maybe she is a girl. Like,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
like,
who
are you fooling?
Other choices could have been made to update the characters' outfits to the setting of this year. I think that that is what we're also getting at. Is like, you totally could have still, I think, paid homage to the original characters from the manga, and then given but update that just a little bit, just because like dressing her like an 18th century boy is not going to help her look more like a 2020 boy.
Yeah. I don't even think they nailed an 18th century boy. No. They just put him in bows.
Oh my god, that big blue bow.
They put him in bows and said, my job is done here.
Pretty much. Like, oh man. It's just a lot. It's some
And then
mess.
her aunt had so many ill-fitted dresses.
Her aunt's dresses were terrible. And I don't understand because she's rich.
Yeah. And then the maid outfit, like that was like big and weird and awkward too.
Lolita
like
as fuck.
I'm just like,
it's
frustrating.
It is frustrating. Basically, what we're getting at, it looks like someone was told, "Here's $2,000, go to Hot Topic, and make it happen."
Yes.
That is it.
That is accurate.
Yeah, because I just feel like. These are the outfits and costumes you find at Hot Topic in the bargain bin. So, oof. Yeah. And it just doesn't make sense because everybody else around them are like dressed modern.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, and then on top of that, I had to watch the dub of this movie.
I did too.
And it was so bad.
Yes.
The subtitles didn't match up with what was happening in the scene.
I did that by accident. I thought I was watching the original.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally got the dub.
Yep, same. And it's weird because, like, usually whenever you're watching subtitles for something that's dubbed, like, nothing translates directly, like, because the translation is done individually. So, like, you would have a translator who translated the script for the voiceover. And then you have a translator who translated the script for captions. So the wording never matches up. But, like, the subtitles on the copy that I had from Amazon were, like, a full 2 to 3 minutes behind what was happening in this, or ahead of what was happening in the scene, actually. It was weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, because I first noticed it when they were talking, and I was just like, wait, why are you still talking when we're on this person's face? It just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, the thing that sucks, too, is it works in the anime because you, like, I guess, like, the race of the character is kind of, like, because it's an anime, like, it's kind of, it is not really, I don't know, there. And because usually it just goes by, like, whatever setting that the anime characters are in. That's usually what I assume they are. And they all have, like, British accents in the dub of Black Butler. And then it was so weird watching the dub here because they have, like, kind of British accents.
Yep.
And I'm just like, why did you make this choice?
Sebastian, I guess, holds his the most.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I forget that. And again, it's just because I don't know where the hell this is taking place. Like,
I don't
they
know.
just refer to the queen in the east and the west. And
Yep.
that's pretty much it. Um, but I have to assume it takes place in Japan, in a 2020
Yeah,
version of
it
Japan.
does. So, like, what it says from production, this is the film changes the setting of the original manga, which is set in 19th century London, to an unnamed Eastern nation
Yep.
in the year 2020. So, like, they explain it, but,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's also weird.
It's weird. It's like that we could just say it's weird because it just
Yeah.
I don't. It's again one of the changes that they made or adaptation, like film adaptations they made that we don't understand why they made it. So
Yeah, there's just a lot of choices. There are, like, a lot of choices that feel, like, unnecessary. The change to an Eastern nation, like, that's fine. Like, that at least,
yeah,
like, that's more of a dubbing issue than, like, a movie issue.
that's true.
But, like, everything else, like,
And I will say, like the surrounding area, like all the background characters, it's pretty diverse. Like,
yeah.
like that's so I don't know. Like them saying it that way, like, oh, it's an Eastern nation, and like, oh, okay, like that's why there's so many different people of different backgrounds. Like you see a lot of Caucasian like characters that have speaking roles. You see characters at parties who are black. I think I saw a few like I want to say southeastern characters too. So like it's I don't know if that was the reason, like to just give it like a non-geographical place, but then at the same time, those people can exist in a actual geographical location too.
Yeah. I think I would like to know, like, the production history of this film more in depth. Just because it just I don't know. I want to know how much the actual writer of the manga is what do you call it? Um is involved, like,
Gotcha. Like how
'cause, like,
much they're actually involved with the writing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do know that the reception of this movie in Japan is abysmal.
I wonder why.
Yes. It yeah, it doesn't do well, like, on anything that I've seen. Like, I googled it real quick, and it did, like, the first thing that came up was what do you call it? It was talking about its reception being horrible, essentially.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame them.
And I'm trying to think too. Like, feel I feel like this is the first Japanese adaptation that we've watched that I personally think has been hot garbage.
Yeah. Again, if I just graded them on the fact of like story and characters and making sense, they would get a hot garbage from me too. I mean, also to
Yeah.
give y'all a better description, I forgot to pull up the Rotten Tomatoes, but I do have one. This person
Oh my
says
God,
it's
pull it up.
huh?
I said pull it up.
Okay, this one it says somewhere between Batman and the Crow, but not as good as either. And
What?
that I feel like that's it. I feel like that's it. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's all you need to know to have a good because it kind of is. Like if I were to describe them like between Batman and the Crow cuz it's all dark and gloomy like Gotham. And
That's fair.
oh, and it's definitely not as good as either of those. Like in
Okay.
compared to any Batman. and
Yeah. So
it got a 61% on the audience score. So I just
that seems really high.
out of 222 ratings. So
Okay.
yeah,
That still seems really high.
that could totally be just people who love the anime so much and refuse to
That's
let it
fair.
be bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I will say, the only American adaptations we watched are actually only Death Note, Speed Racer, and Dragon Ball Evolution.
no, true.
The Japanese adaptations that we've watched have been Full Metal Alchemist, Blade of the Immortal, Rurouni Kenshin. Oh, and we watched Bloodlust Vampire. That's American adaptation. Bleach, Attack on Titan, Initial D, Gintama, Lupin the Third, and Orange. Oh, and then we watched Alita, so that's also an American adaptation. But like, this is like way below the pack.
I agree.
On everything.
I agree. So let's, before we give, I feel like we're gonna get to our grading soon of it, anyways. But like, how do you feel about like the whole, I guess the plot overall? Like we said, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you said you've watched anime, so you know more than me. But I guess like we know that it takes a huge diverge from like the whole, like, spoilers, y'all know what kind of podcast this is. But like in the anime, we know that his aunt was doing some evil stuff, and
yeah,
like from this, because was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. The aunt was revealed to be Jack the Ripper, and she had a demon that she was working
yes.
with. Okay.
Yes.
And here, the whole like reason Kiyohara is like investigating something for the queen is that there is a drug that's out that is causing people to become mummified and die of a horrible, painful death. Kiyohara is investigating everything, and it eventually leads them to realizing that, oh, it's your aunt that was behind it the whole time. So that's kind of like the B plot or the C plot.
Yeah, and then the main thing too, and is just and the reason he has because Sebastian is a demon, and Sebastian keeps keeps Kiyohara alive because Sebastian needs to take his soul after their deal is done.
Yes.
And the main thing is that Kiyohara is trying to both avenge and find out who killed his parents. And then you have like these two storylines converging where his need for like revenge or avenging his family intersects with his aunt being a terrible person. But then like she's like, I can't tell if she's in charge or not in charge, but apparently they're like messing around with these drugs.
Yeah.
And there's like there's like three, like there's a drug that makes you like super strong, and then there's a drug that makes you then there's the necrosis drug, which just like pretty much kills you, and then there is the cure. And they're like these little they look like little bobas.
They do. Like in bubble tea.
Yes.
Like if you drop them in bubble tea, they expand. But like
exactly.
Yeah, and you find out that before the movie takes place, like this all predates the movie. The aunt's been evil because she's a woman scorned. Because another reveal is that Kiyohara's father was going to marry her. And I guess they did get married and they did conceive a child, but then there was an attack and she lost the baby and she lost the ability to have children altogether. So Kiyohara's daddy is trash and divorces her and then marries her sister, who is Kiyohara's mother.
Yes.
And yeah, none of that's weird at all because, you know, family and what's it called? Need to have an heir and, you know, higher status and whatnot. I don't know what the word, aristocratics or whatever. So yeah, that was kind of weird, that whole reveal. I mean, I'm assuming that's definitely added in there, that her and his father, it is so hard to address them. Okay. Kiyohara.
Yeah.
Kiyohara's father and her had a relationship and conceived a child and everything. And then, so out of revenge and hate, she, like, works with someone that she connected with through the drug making and everything to let them in and kill them. And so she is an accessory to Kiyohara's family's murder. She knew what she did. Like, I mean, she isn't the main person behind it, but basically, she's connected to is it called the Crime Syndicate? Oh, nope, I'm thinking of DC. It's the something syndicate.
It's an underworld thing.
It's an underworld thing, and it's got multiple connections. And then, dun dun dun, the reveal at the end of the film is that the head syndicate person, or one of the heads, is actually a police chief who had no involvement at all.
Yeah.
So it really sets up for a sequel, which I doubt will ever
They
be
don't
made.
need. Yeah, they don't need that.
Yeah, no, they
Nobody
don't.
needs that.
They don't. They don't. I mean, like, the whole thing with the aunt, I was kind of just like, what? I don't. I don't know if it caught me off. I definitely suspected her of something, but it just felt weird.
It just, but like the other thing too is just like it was this big global thing, right? Because they were gonna set off like this bomb of the necrosis drug to like kill a whole bunch of people in a church.
Yeah.
But then like the issues that she had were like deeply personal.
Yes.
And so I'm like, is this like a big syndicate stuff thing, or like are you just a petty bitch? What is this?
Right.
Like. Right. Well, like either is fine, but it's weird being both.
Because that was the other thing. She starts to frame Kiyoharu for it, but it's kind of like, you're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill them. There, I'm just gonna address this to them. You're gonna kill them anyways. So I mean, I guess her point was to like, I guess. Oh, that's right. She wanted to kill everybody so that she would be the only one standing. And then that she would be able to claim the fortune. Which I'm like, how would you be able to claim it when you weren't married? You were divorced from the man.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense. How are you going to claim something you have no rights to? Like, by law, she has no rights to claim anything.
Yep.
That is what conflicts me. I'm still trying to figure out, how does she have any standing in the company?
It's confusing.
Which I did like the little nod that they called the company Fun Time, and I kept on saying it, and I'm like, oh, Phantom Hot. I'm like, I get it. That was a good one. Easter eggs. But yeah, so that was kind of like not clear at all. And then I guess the big personal character growth for Kiyoharu was that instead of going from being a selfish, solely focused on a revenge person, they realized that it's because like they were ready to give up their entire like mission to stop trying to save, like to stop trying to avenge their parents' death. And just because like in order to beat his aunt, god dang it, I'm sorry y'all, anyways, in order to beat their aunt, they squeezed the necrosis in front of them, so that basically they're like, well, if I kill you, I get my revenge. And it's revealed that the aunt isn't even the main person behind it all. So I just didn't understand why they decided to give up then. I just felt like it was kind of dumb.
Yeah, it was just confusing.
Yeah, like
and then like they do this like weird thing which, like, I guess it makes sense because they were betting that, like, the aunt was gonna take both of the cures.
Yeah.
But it's not really a cure. It's really just
more necrosis
of the necrosis.
That Sebastian basically did for his amusement to test, I guess.
Exactly.
To test Kiyoharu, I feel like. But also to see how greedy the aunt was. Because he ultimately knew the aunt would do that.
Yeah.
But it's like...
It's just... I don't know.
I think, yeah.
It didn't make a lot of sense.
It didn't make a lot of sense because I just felt like, from what I've watched of the anime so far, I feel like, why would Kiyoharu give up now after finding out that there's more to be found out?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, like, I don't know if it's because, like... Because it wasn't that they had to give up. I think they just wanted to write in a plot or a plot device of just like, oh, let's see how this character has grown. I'm like, they could have still like realized how selfish they've been all their lives, and then like still, because like in order to say they had to make a choice, like go off with Sebastian to go get the antidote right away, or stop this necrosis bomb from going off and potentially killing hundreds of people that were at a vigil. So they choose to like get the bomb and destroy it and like get rid of it so that no one is harmed, and like basically sacrificing themselves. But at like the last few minutes that they are almost dying, Sebastian comes up and he's had the antidote the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like Sebastian is going along willingly, about to let them die because Sebastian gets one, he won't have to be a servant anymore, and he'll get the soul. But it's like, are we just supposed to take this as like, yes, Sebastian actually cares about Kiharu and is like
Well,
a
yeah,
faithful?
because because then at the end of the day, he doesn't even take the soul, and I'm just like, you set all this up, Sebastian, and you're not even gonna take the damn soul.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I couldn't. It just didn't make sense. I wanted to make it make sense, where it's like I get having a change of heart and wanting to do good for people for the sake of being good and saving others. I get that, but it doesn't make any sense for Kiharu to just say, "I give up. It's fine. I'll die now,
Yeah.
and you'll get my soul." And then Sebastian to be like, "No, we're not done yet."
Yeah.
I think it was meant to be deeper, but it wasn't deep.
Ugh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and
It was definitely meant to be deeper, but
it was not at all. And
no.
oh, we almost forgot the whole. Am I using the term correctly? Lolita maid fighting shootout scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Because like I think she's supposed to be Lolita, but I don't think she really is.
No.
Like she's kind of just like adjacent in like this janky ass maid outfit.
Yep.
Like,
which when she showed up,
like,
so
the fun part, she was in it. Like I think like the fun part and some of the fun parts of the anime is like this like extra cast of characters who are all different like workers in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like the only one that pops up. And then she ends up being like a badass.
Yes, so apparently she can't cook, she can't clean. And she's very clumsy, but not clumsy enough to get some Glocks and pop some caps.
Like, yeah.
Like
much.
that. And in the anime, flips yes, and they can do all these aerobatics and everything, aerobics and stuff. But like, and so in the anime, there's not a reveal that the maid is actually a badass, right?
I don't remember.
Okay, it's fine because I was just trying to figure out from what I watched probably up to like 8 episodes, and I was trying to figure out. I'm like, so she's supposed to be this dope killing machine assassin. I think I've recited to the fact that the movie took some liberty there, and it's a lot. It's just like because when she shows up, first off, she's useless when they go out the first time, like when they go out to the field because he Kiyohara needed an escort. So okay, cool. They go out to this party to investigate, go undercover, and Rin is useless there. She actually does. I'm like, that would be the time when you show your skill set, Rin, and instead they get captured, and Rin is like panicking and everything when they're trying to like move and everything. Again, a time when you should have shown your skill set, Rin, and then it's like at this point later in the plot, like almost towards the climax, Kiyohara is investigating another place, another site that they think they found the person who's behind everything for the drugs, and they go in. Like Rin pops up, and I'm just like, why is Rin there? What is she doing there? She has nothing to add to this. And then surprise, surprise, Rin is actually a badass fighting maid who like I don't know. I'm tired.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, and I'm like, I don't know if it's just because like the writers are like, it'd be cool here, a girl in a maid outfit killing everybody. Which, I mean, her stunts were dope and everything. I just feel like this is out of nowhere. And I don't know if
it's out of nowhere. And then I also just think it's weird, too. Because, like, I think she does some pretty badass stuff in the anime.
Okay.
Like, I think she's like I think it's guns. Like shooter, like sniper type stuff. But I'm pretty sure she does some badass stuff in the anime. But I think one of the interesting things that happens is she does badass stuff in the anime. I'm pretty sure. But I think like the interesting thing here is in So she has a Victorian maid outfit in the anime. So she has like a super super long skirt and like stuff like that. And so it's kind of like juxtaposed like a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Like because she's like super super feminine, super super like just looks completely differently than this. Whereas like I think the live action gave her a shorter skirt.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't hit that juxtaposition as well. Um, yeah, it also just the explanation was weird, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I just looked it up on the Wikipedia. So in the anime and manga, her previous occupation was professional markswoman. So there it is.
There we go.
So I think that probably would have been like, if she had just said like, even though I can't cook or clean, I was hired for your family after I was a professional markswoman. That might have just like helped us connect the dots. Like, how is this clumsy girl helpful as a maid?
Yeah. And then there's like the cook who's really cool, and
mm-hmm.
I would like to have seen him.
And the gardener.
And then the gardener, and they might not. So one, they might have put him in there because they had all these like other plots going on,
mm-hmm.
but they also might not have put him in there because they're blonde characters.
True. And I mean, they definitely in the anime have like, it's like not just English accents, but like is it Cockney? Is the word? They have like a very Cockney accents too, so it's like that probably would have been hard to portray in like the original Japanese version.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, have we gone through the entire plot?
Yeah, we have, and I'm just sad because Sebastian is so hot in the anime.
I will say he was impressive.
Attractive.
Yeah,
this guy's pretty attractive. I love
mm-hmm.
his cheekbones.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could cut somebody with those cheekbones.
Yeah, fun fact: the guy who portrays him actually had to lose 50 pounds for the role.
Whoa!
Yeah, significant amount of weight there. Like 50.
Holy shit!
He lost 50 pounds to portray that character. And he looks pretty, lean already.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's like Christian Bale levels of body, like, weight loss.
Yeah, but I'm just like, how?
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will say, I did love the scenes where I liked the scenes where Sebastian was fighting.
Yeah.
I like
those scenes are pretty good. Yeah.
With a butter knife.
Yeah. I like those.
Yeah.
I did like those. And Sebastian was not like the bad part of this. He just should have been dressed better.
Yes. Sebastian was really well done. And I think that even like the English dub was done with the English dub cast of the anime. Or I'm assuming, because it sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Like, throughout the entire time, I was just like, oh, okay. And then just the dramatic pause of every time saying, like, I'm one hell of a butler. Just...
Yeah.
That just kind of killed me. But yeah. So, that is Black Butler.
That is Black Butler.
Yep.
What was your favorite part?
Favorite part? I know I already kind of just said it, but like, truthfully, it's the opening scene where Sebastian comes on, where they're like grabbing the girls and everything.
Yeah.
And Sebastian just comes in, politely asks for him to hand over his master, and he's just like going back and forth before the big fight. Like, that's my favorite part, but then my other favorite part is like the back and forth between Sebastian and Kiyoharu, of just like, I've taught you how to beg, like, ask me to save you. Like this, like that back and forth bantering. I enjoyed that a little bit. It's kind of, it would kind of be, I kind of like felt weird about it. I'm like, all right, just save them already. You've been doing this long enough. But it was nice.
Yeah, I agree there. I definitely agree there. That was my favorite part as well. Specifically the fight choreography.
Yeah.
So good.
Which, like, this is a part where they, like, in a fight scene where we always said, like, it's cool that they actually came at him all at once.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Entirely.
Yeah. I enjoyed that a lot. What was your least favorite part?
the costuming is so bad. Like I expect a lot, and I think it's kind of like, out of everything, whether a plot's been bad or the movie's drug on, like a lot of these anime films have had phenomenal costuming. I mean, specifically the ones coming out of Japan. Like they have had perfect costuming, and I think that there's just so much missed here that I couldn't focus on the scenes a lot of the time because I'm just like, this looks horrible.
Yep.
This looks so bad. So yeah, just like all of the costuming was the worst part.
And there was a bad wig too.
Oh yes,
that blonde guy, the English, the British dude who was working for the Queen.
Yeah, it's so bad.
That was a terrible wig. They didn't have to do that. I'm sure he had hair that they could have dyed. But anime adaptation gonna anime adaptation.
You are not wrong.
Yep. For me, you totally agree with you about the costuming and the setting and everything. It definitely has to be the reveal with the ant. Like, yeah. I would just like, and maybe it's not just her reveal, it's her motives. I just need her motives to be more clear. Like,
that's fair.
Like, is it because you are petty and evil, or are you doing this, like, are you carrying out the deeds of the syndicate? And, or it could be both, but I just felt like this whole, like, it just went on too long. It could have been, the climax did not need to be, like, 30 plus minutes of them, like, revealing all this stuff. I just felt like that was a lot. So, yeah, just the time overall, and then the aunt's motives. I'll leave that there. Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah. So then, question, did they have to?
No. 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 I think that there are genuinely, like, there are just some anime, especially given the absurdity or the way that those characters are made, that I think that it's almost impossible to adapt them. Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't. And you should just learn what those are.
I agree. I think this is a lesson.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I would say, if you have to change 10 different things about the anime and make it live action, then just stop. Don't do it.
Agreed. And I think you make a great point, because, like, as we've said with Dragon Ball Evolution, that is a prime example of, if you have to change, like, core themes of what makes it, like, the thing like, what makes it that, you no longer are making an adaptation of the movie. You're making a completely different movie.
Exactly. You're making a completely different story. Just go make that and don't attach it to this property.
Exactly. Like, what, you did not have to make Death Note. No one had to make Death Note the way it was. If you want to make Death Note the Netflix version, y'all should have just said it was a new story in the Death Note universe.
Yeah, and then, like, on top of that, too, like, it's even making me think about, like, this Dora the Explorer stuff. Because, like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think the trailer looks awful. And I'm gonna watch it because there's, like, that is literally the who's who of Mexican Americans in the cast, even though apparently she's not Mexican in the movie, which bugs the fuck out of me. But, like, that trailer is not Dora the Explorer. You could have just made a brand new adventure movie centered around a Latino cast. You did not have to attach it to a property by removing it so much from it.
Agreed.
And I think we're getting that happening a lot now. Like, even Jumanji. Like, you could have just made a different, the new one with The Rock and Christian Gillian and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that we're getting adaptations of things that don't need adaptations, and they're just doing it to use the name, but they're changing it so much from what it was that it's not recognizable, or it's recognizable in weird ways.
Yes.
And that, like, you didn't have to do that.
Agreed. And
so, like, the U.S. is having that problem too, like a whole bunch. But, like, just leave some of the stuff alone. Like, you don't gotta adapt everything. Make a new damn story.
Agreed. And I mean, like, and we say this knowing that the Cowboy Bebop cast just got dropped. Like,
I'm excited for that cast.
I'm very excited for that cast. It looks awesome. I am hyped. I can't wait to see it. But, and I know, like, there's so many people who, like, after we put some tweets out there about, like, what do y'all want to see? Some people are like, they can't recreate it. I'm like, it doesn't mean they have to recreate something shot for shot. Like, so there's people who truly don't want something to be adapted. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fine, dude. But keep that to yourself. Like,
yeah.
put that out there yourself. Don't be bringing down other people's good times and excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure there are people who are thrilled about this movie. Me and Kate, as y'all can tell, are not thrilled at all by this movie. But
yeah.
I'm not going to shit on people who enjoyed it. Like, and that's the difference. Is like, I at least want to see what happens with Cowboy Bebop because John fucking Cho is a leading character.
And Netflix actually has, or they hired a Mexican American actress too.
Yes.
So Daniela Pineda.
Mm-hmm.
She is playing Faye.
It's
which I'm really happy about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of like, this is a good looking cast.
It's a great looking cast. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with it. But it's like, to our point, we understand that like with this podcast that we're gonna come across some adaptations that we don't care about and that we don't like or whatever. But I just think the point is that we're not like shitting on everything. But it's important for people to understand when you change things drastically, it's no longer that thing anymore.
Oh yeah. Also, and if you like Black Butler, then you can go make your own podcast and go talk about their love of the movie there.
Mm-hmm.
We're all have that freedom.
Yep, and we are just critiquing it honestly from our own opinions. Mm-hmm. So don't let us sway you otherwise. If you love it, great for you. We do not.
Also, it's $3.99 on Amazon, so make that make that choice.
Yeah.
Figure out if that's what you want to spend your money on.
Ugh, I'm never gonna get that money back.
Mm-mm.
Dang it. Anywho, now that we've gone down our rabbit hole rant for the episode, what would you rate this?
Oof. Probably 9 drinks.
That's decent.
I'm not gonna watch this again.
Oh, I'm not.
Not gonna watch it again unless I'm like really drunk.
I'm gonna give it 9.5. Because at least the alcohol would help.
Yeah.
Like, help get through the time. Because 2 hours is, my God, I will never. I say that knowing that I don't know if I never will watch a movie that long again. Because Avengers Endgame is coming, y'all.
Yeah, I was like, we're about to go to that one.
I know. So. I know. I lied. I will
See,
never watch.
The thing is like, I'm yawning. Oh, we're also recording this really early in the morning, by the way. Yep. But like, I love long movies, but you have to have content to make the movie that long.
Thank you. That's what it is. A good movie with good pacing, and I will sit there for 4 hours. I don't care. I'll watch Gladiator. Because that movie is...
Extended cuts of Lord of the Rings.
Yep. Because why? Those are good movies. This is not. Okay. And with that... So yeah, we have some announcement, guys. We have another giveaway that we're going to be giving out. That's redundant. Whatever. The movie that we're going to be giving away is My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. This movie recently came out last year, and we have a Funimation digital copy that we will be giving away to one of our lucky fans, or lucky listeners. We will be posting about it on Twitter, and we will give you guys more information. So keep an eye out for that.
Yup. Get you that movie.
Yep. But yeah, Kate, you can see your son Bakugo.
I know. And we'll be doing a review of that movie next week. So.
Yes, very excited for that too. So yeah, you guys keep an eye out for it, and if you haven't gotten a chance to see it, then maybe you will be one of our you'll be a lucky winner.
Yep.
Who will get the digital copy. Yep. Let's see. Anything else to announce?
We're sorry for taking some weeks off, but it's been rough. Life's been life.
A rough month. Yeah. Life's been life, personal life, like South by Southwest life. I mean, we came back with the South by Southwest episode. I mean, not an episode, but like, we came back after that, didn't we? Yeah, so it's just been a long month and like getting content together. Because self-care is important. And we should all prioritize it. Isn't that right, Kate?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. People should definitely do that.
People. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out
I know.
You. Good. Yeah, but with that, guys, we will be leaving you. But before then, oh shoot, how do we do this?
And anyway, make sure you follow us on Twitter at DYHT_pod. There you will find the link to the giveaway, but you will also get to keep up with us as we talk about things. We're going to try to be more active on it. It's rough. I think I manage like my personal account. I do some of the But Why Those stuff when Lizzie's out, and then we both do you have to? It's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot, but people have been coming because that questions thread is still
that
out
questions
there.
thread is still going.
Yeah, I love it.
I do too. But yeah, and if you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Specifically review. The reviews really, really help us. So if you want to support us a little bit more, just do that. Rate, review, and subscribe to us. I think Stitcher also has that option. And then you can find me at OMMythRandier on Twitter.
And you can find me at LA_NEY_SHA, also on Twitter. And with that, will we ever watch another live action adaptation that's 2 hours long and bad?
Will Kate finish watching The Promised Neverland?
Kate better finish watching The Promised Neverland.
Find out next week. Did you have to?
Bye.